Welcome to Intercontinental Toastmasters. My name is Abhishek. Before we proceed, everyone, please turn on your cameras. Avis, Vivek, great to see your faces. Hi, Lena.
Hi.
Hi. We have an exciting agenda planned today. We have three speakers. Let's get the party started. Our grammarian is going to be Avis. Avis, can you share your role and also share the word of the day, please?
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, all. My role tonight is grammarian. How's that? It is my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers, listening carefully for their language usage. I will take note of any improper usage, any outstanding words or quotes. As grammarian, it's also my duty to give you the word of the day. I was hoping to come in earlier to share my screen. Can I have privileges,
Yes,
please?
you have.
Okay, so here is my word. Sorry. Okay, there. Can everyone see my screen?
Yes.
The word of the day is tenacity. Its origin is Latin, part of speech noun, meaning the quality of being tenacious or holding fast, persistence. Another meaning, the quality of retaining something. The third meaning, the quality or property of holding together firmly. Similar words, persistence, determination, perseverance. I encourage all of you to use it today. Incorporate this word as part of your speech. I'll offer a sentence. I look forward to the day when our new members step out of their comfort zone with fortitude and tenacity to one day becoming an executive officer. Thank you. Back to you, Awaji.
Thank you so much, Avis. Avis, this word actually, tenacity, reminds me of Alabama. I went to school in Alabama, and when they had a football game, they would display one word after another with a very good music. I'll play it at the end of our meeting, and they would have the words grit, tenacity, determination, and it will rile the whole stadium. It was one of the best memories I have of the football games. Before we get our party started, we have Mr. Hassan as our guest. Hassan, would you like to introduce yourself, sir? Hassan?
Yes, I am.
Yes.
I am Muhammad Hassanuজ্জামান
Yep.
from this 124, and I am a banker by profession, and I am since Toastmaster since 2020. So
Great
I'm
to have.
happy to join with you today's meeting.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Great to have you, Hassan. And since you're a banker, for every minute you keep your camera off, you donate $1 to us. Okay? Your meter starts now. Yvonne, great to see you, Yvonne. Can you come on camera, Yvonne? Hi, Yvonne. You're muted. I cannot hear you. How are you, Yvonne?
Sorry, good to see everyone. Hi,
Yes.
Abhijit.
Yvonne, let's meet. Yeah, great to see you, Yvonne.
Thank you so much. Me too. Me too. Thank you.
We'll now move on to our speakers. Our first speaker is going to be Vishal. Vishal is giving his icebreaker. His evaluator is Carol. Carol, can you share the purpose of Vikas's speech?
Yes. Welcome, Vishal, to be our new member. And he will be starting his icebreaker speech. Lost it. Let's hold on. The purpose of the project is for the member to introduce himself to the club and learn the basic structure of public speaking. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Carol. This is Vishal's icebreaker, where he's going to discuss why he's taken up public speaking by sharing a little bit about his past. Vikas Chandrasekharan, why now? Why now, Vishal Chandrasekharan?
As the days neared this very moment where I'm delivering my speech, I asked myself, when was the last time I even gave a speech? Turns out that I couldn't recall a single moment in my life, in my past life, where I had a memorable moment delivering a speech. Instead, all that came to me was feelings of anxiousness and sweat, like I'm feeling now. I ran away from every single opportunity to deliver a speech, and I was just giving up this opportunity just too quickly. All through this week, I was questioning myself. Oh God, what have I done? Why did I sign up for this? And maybe this is a mistake. To the extent that I was going to call Abhijit last evening and tell him that I shouldn't be doing it today. But thankfully, after a cup of tea, I calmed myself down, and 30 minutes later, I accepted what was coming, this moment. But the question remained, why am I giving this speech? I wanted to understand my motivation and, more importantly, why now? 10 years ago, I was in the middle of my undergraduate studies in computer science back in India. At that time, my small world revolved around just my studies. All I cared about was excelling in my studies, doing some research, and working towards a good admission in a grad school in USA. I was so laser focused on this that I didn't care about anything else. I didn't work on my soft skills. I didn't work on my physical health or mental health. Nothing was important. So 2 years later, in the middle of 2015, I wrapped up my bachelor's and I landed here in Virginia for my master's. I was brimming with energy. I was brimming with hope, and I had it all planned out. I just thought that this is going to be a cakewalk, and I'm going to excel in my studies. Now, my perception about US from the little things that I've seen in the movies was something like New York City or LA, where there are so many people, there are tall buildings, there's a shop everywhere, life is easy and life is good. And here I was in Charlottesville, Virginia. Now, this is a college town, really small, extremely laid back. Things shut down at 8 a.m. And it's really hard to get from one place to the other without a car. And this is when I realized, after a long time, I was just starting to feel uncomfortable. I was lonely, I knew no one, and I was outside my bubble for the first time in a long time. And I had taken too many things for granted in India. So as the semester progressed, I was managing my time between my coursework, assignments. I had an on-campus job, and I was trying to maintain my house, which involved cooking and cleaning, which I've not done before. And aside from all of this, I had to find a job. And finding a job now is like the most important thing, because without that, who's going to pay the bills? So as the coursework progressed, I started to realize that I am not giving importance to my physical health or my mental health. Nothing changed. The semester still progressed. And with tenacity, I got through my coursework and graduated in December of 2016. Now, I had a few months, like a couple of months before I started my first job. Visibly, I was a changed person. Thanks to all the Domino's pizzas and numerous student events which offered free food, I had gained more than 20 pounds. And I was feeling sluggish. I was feeling lazy. I was no more this person who was brimming with energy, confident, and looking forward to the future. All I wanted then was to sleep. Just sleep, get through the day. And I was happy that the last 18 months, I was done with it. At that point, similar to yesterday, I questioned myself, was it all worth it? Did I sign up for the right thing? Should I have just stayed in my comfort zone back in India? And as I thought about it, it was not just the negatives. Like physically, I was changed. I was a very different person. But this huge mountain that I just climbed in my life, that came with a lot of positives as well. I was a changed person. My perspective about life and things that are important in life had changed. I was more mature. I was able to take care of myself and people around me. I was able to make new friends and I was able to survive. That's the most important thing. So over the next few years, I worked on my physical health. I took up hiking, and this time I was climbing mountains outside as well. I took up cycling, and in 2019, I participated in like a fundraising event where I finished my first 100-kilometer ride. More than that, I motivated one more person to do this with me. My friend took up cycling, and he joined me in training, and we trained for like 6 months before we did that. The whole process was amazing. That was another mountain that we climbed. And all of this, so much change, right? My 20-year-old self can't even like comprehend what happened to my 30-year-old self. So much wonderful changes and a lot of change generally in my life. So back to my question, why am I giving a speech today? And more importantly, why now? Well, the first reason is my wife. She motivated me to take up, for the last 2 years actually, she's been motivating me to come and try this out. And second of all, for the next year, this is the mountain that I want to climb. And with all your help, I'm sure that I can do it. And I can do it without sweating. Thank you. I look forward to the journey. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vishal. Thanks for stepping out of your comfort zone and really taking on that challenge. We learn a little about you, and I'm hearing about your ambitions to move forward to climb other mountain. Thank you. Timer will now have 1 minute on the clock to give our feedback to Toastmaster Vishal.
One minute over.
Thank you. We will now move on to our second speaker. And our second speaker this evening is Toastmaster Pramatesh. His evaluator is Toastmaster Abhijit, who will read out the purpose of his speech.
Uh, I am his evaluator, Frederica.
Okay. Toastmaster, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry. So you'll
Yes,
go
Bhavesh.
on with giving on its purpose.
Yes. So hello all. Our second speaker, Pramathesh, is delivering his speech from level 3 Pathway Team Collaboration, and purpose of his speech is for the member to practice delivering social speeches in front of club members. Timer, please note that speech length is 3 to 4 minutes, green at 2 minutes, green at 3 minutes, yellow at 3.5 minutes, and red at 4 minutes. Over to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Toastmaster Pramathesh, the virtual lesson is now yours.
Ladies and gentlemen, today I am glad to have the privilege of speaking about someone who changed my life. During the pandemic, someone shared a link in Facebook, and I was introduced to this wonderful club called Intercontinental Advanced Toastmasters Club. It's a wonderful club. We all know that. But it was one person about whom today I am going to speak. As soon as I visited this club, there was a workshop going on. And after the workshop, I asked this person, how will this workshop help me? For most of us, it's a very stupid question. But this person heard me very patiently and told me how each knowledge is helpful to us. It might seem very vague to us at one moment, but it will help us in time. Next meeting when I visited, this person understood that I have several vulnerabilities, and he took me under his wing like an elder brother takes him when a new sibling is born in his family. This person is none other than Master Joshi. Yes, who recently became the district director of District 101, and he helped me understand the nuances of each rule, whether it's the timer rule, the ask counter rule, but how to deliver a speech, how to take the pauses. I was very much into nervousness that created me use lots of ahs and ums. He taught me how to avoid those ahs and and convert it into meaningful pauses. That is the impact that he had, and it helped me communicate in a better way, not just in Toastmasters but outside of Toastmasters. So, cheers to Abhijit Joshi, who came to my life and acted as a guardian angel to me. So, once again, please give a big round of applause to this person who became our district director recently. and hoping for the best in his life. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pramatesh. I actually see you growing, stepping out of that that area where you were, and no question is stupid. So I was happy that you got the answer to the question, and Toastmaster Abhijit was able to team up with you, and you grew. Yes, you'll continue to grow. Let us have 1 minute timer to evaluate Toastmaster Pramatesh.
Done. Time over.
Thank you, Mr. Timer. We will now move on to our third speaker, Toastmaster Lindy, who will be evaluated by Toastmaster Abhijit. Toastmaster Abhijit, state the purpose of her speech.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. Lindy's pathway is engaging humor. This is her level 2 speech, connect with your audience. The purpose of the speech is for Lindy to practice the skills needed to connect with an unfamiliar audience. I'm going to evaluate her speech depending upon the impact, the content, the delivery. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhijit. Do you struggle with people pronouncing your name wrong? Or are you one of those lucky souls named something simple? Our next speaker used to hate the first day of school and roll call. The teacher would always say her name wrong. Talk about getting off on the wrong foot. Listen as she shares the journey of her name with a speech entitled, That's Not the Way You Say It. Please welcome Toastmaster Lindy as she delivers on her speech, That's Not the Way to Say It. Toastmaster Lindy.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. You know, in 7 years as a Toastmaster, I have never told anyone this story. You are the first to hear it. Every year, it was the same thing. That is not the way you say it. It was not just that my name was being pronounced wrong. It was that they were saying the wrong name. And frankly, excuse my language, but here is how it made me feel each and every time. It made me feel like a dog turd on a picnic table. Really, unwelcome, unwanted, and absolutely disgusting. This happened not only the first day of school, but if I was in a school where we had a different teacher every hour, it happened every hour. It happened when I went to the doctor, to the dentist, to the eye doctor, sometimes to get my hair cut. I felt like a dog turd on a picnic table. Dog turd on a picnic table, over and over and over again. This is not how you want to feel when someone says your name. Let me back up and explain, because this is a great mystery about me, which you are about to learn. This is my mother's name, Lynn, L-I-N. This is her mother's name, Mary, M-A-R-Y. When I was born, my parents had the brilliant idea to name me after my mother and my grandmother. Well, if they had been thinking straight, they would have done something more normal in the spelling and made it look like this: Mary Lynn. Two different words, right? You've seen that perhaps. But instead, they thought, well, this will help. People will always know how to say it. So they spelled it like this: my mother's name, my grandmother's name, shoved together, no space in between, but a capital L. Mary Lynn. But guess what? That's never the way people would say it. No, 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 no. People would see it and think it was this name, Marilyn. And there's nothing wrong with that name, Marilyn. But from the first time I heard that name, I hated it. It was somebody else, and I wanted nothing to do with it. It made me feel like a dog turd on a picnic table. Okay, there's no getting around it. And this only got worse. Year after year it went on because we moved, and then I'd be at a new school with new people and new ones trying to learn my name. And then we would move again, and it would happen again and again. Then something unexpected happened. I went to Peru for a year as an exchange student when I was 16. And in Spanish, I and Y are pronounced exactly the same every time. So there's a slight difference in which syllable gets accented, but either way, you say Mariling or Mariling, right? Either way, it sounds the same. So all year I went and I never felt like a dog turd on a picnic table. People would call me Marilyn Monroe, Marilyn Monroe, Marilyn Monroe, me? Ha 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 ha. That's a laugh. But anyway, I digress. So then I came back after that year and back to the English-speaking countries where I and Y have short and long sounds and variations. And suddenly I was being called Marilyn again. I went into college and on it went. I got married and on it went. In fact, it got even worse when I got married because, being the liberated woman that I am, I decided to hyphenate my last name. So now, oh, I forgot to tell you, my last name used to be Bruce when I was born. Okay, so now I was Marilyn Bruce Gilbreth. Oh my goodness, who ever heard of such a difficult, long, unpronounceable name? Oh, are any of you old enough to remember when Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark was released? Did any of you go see that when it first came out? Yes, I'm glad there's a few of you. I went and I loved it. Here's what I really loved about it, was Indiana Jones, the character. He was a hero. He was really kind of an average guy, right? I mean, he had specialized knowledge, but he was an average guy, and he got thrust into extraordinary circumstances, and he reacted in ways that were sometimes funny and always effective, but it was entertaining. He was a great hero, a great ordinary hero. I wanted to be an ordinary hero in my own life. Now, friends of Indiana called him Indy. I thought, I could be Lindy. And so my name was born. I became Lindy. Among first my close circles, when I started to take a new class, it was easy for people to learn that. What was hardest was getting my family and people who knew me to change what they called me. But then I got divorced, which I say with a smile on my face because it was good news. And second of all, when you get divorced, that is the one time that changing your name is free, instead of having to pay $100+ and going to court and etc. It's free. I took the opportunity to change not only my first name, but I gave myself a new last name. What, you say? How disrespectful to the family. Well, that's a whole nother conversation, and we won't go into that. But at that time, I chose a name that I wanted. Why? Again, letting you in on a secret. Shirley MacLaine was one of my favorite actresses. I thought, I want her life. I'm going to be Lindy MacLaine. So a new legend was born, Lindy MacLaine. And I have to tell you that from that day to this, when someone says my name, I keep smiling and I don't feel ever like a dog turd on a picnic table, ever. Sometimes people make mistakes, like Anne-Marie in this club. She calls me Lindsay. But Lindsay, it's not me, but Lindsay doesn't make me feel like a dog turd on a picnic table. It's okay. I can live with Lindsay. Not that many people have this name, Lindy. It reminds me of Charles Lindbergh, who was called Lucky Lindy. It reminds me of the Lindy Hop, which is a dance. One gentleman told me that there's a fishing lure called the Lindy. Whatever it is, I'm happy with it. I like Lindy. And so now, my friends, you know that is how I got my name. And as my friend Lindy says, the only permission you need is your own. So if you don't like your name, change it. Madam Toastmaster.
Thanks, Lindy. One of these days, I'll try changing my name. Thanks for telling us the story of your name. I really got some humor. We connected. So, timer, let us give Lindy 1 minute for evaluation from the floor.
Time over.
Thank you, Mr. Timer. We'll now move on to the fun part of this meeting, the table topics. And this will be conducted by Toastmaster Rishikesh.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. We are now starting the exciting session of our today's meeting, that is a table topic session. So every speaker need to speak for at least 1 minute and at the max for 2.5 minutes. Let's start with the session. My first topic is, according to you, why one need to step out? And that goes to Hassan.
Could you please repeat the
Yes.
question?
Yes. According to you, why one need to step out?
According to me, we need to step out. Thank you, table topic master. According to me, I think when you are stuck, you have to step out. Step out is a must, because you can't confine yourself in a place where you are not comfortable. You have to make your uncomfortable zones to a comfortable one. So you have to step out. If I give some example from my own, recently I had some situations when my younger son is getting ill with a pneumonia, and I have to spend about 4 weeks in hospital, out of them in 2 weeks in NICU. So that was a very horrible situation for me, but I have to manage with my job. I have to manage with my family to give him the support from my out of my place, because I live in another city from my hometown to serve my job. So I have to step out this situation with the hope that everything will be good in future. And hopefully we are now in a good situation. This problem is going to be solved out, but not yet. But hopefully we will overcome this situation. Thank you. Over to you, table topic master.
Thank you, Hassan. Our second topic is, What is your favorite destination to step out and why? And that topic goes to Yvonne. What
Thank
is
you.
your yeah, what is your favorite destination to step out and why? Guest Yvonne.
Okay, thank you. What is my favorite destination to step out? Thank you so much for this topic. Actually, after I joined some Toastmaster club, I attend a meeting. It's really give me a thought how to step out my destination. Before I contact the Toastmaster, actually I just know, oh, I have to try to enjoy my life in every moment. But I didn't think so good my destination. Actually, my favorite the destination, it is also connect to my goal. I know what is the goal. In Toastmaster, give me the outline of what is the favorite destination for me. So it give me a very good track following the Toastmaster tutorial or some material. It's really helped me, especially from the speakers every meeting, what they're sharing. It gives me more clarity of my destination. So I think every time when I join the meeting, attending the meeting from some club, it helped me clear more and more of my destination. I think that is a good, reliable material for me how to go ahead to my destination and also help me how to step out my destination. Thank you. Back to table topic matter.
Thank you. Our third topic is with whom you would like to step out, and that topic goes to Namita.
Thank you, Rishikesh. Well, I was expecting some other topic. Whom to step out with? Well, for the Toastmaster, I guess it totally depends on the situation. If it is about going to a Toastmasters club, I would prefer a particular person or a set of people. If it is going to a movie, it will be certain friends of mine, depending on the movie. If it is going on a vacation, well, I would prefer solo travel because I'm yet not comfortable with traveling in group or with one particular person. And yeah, I'm most comfortable with myself. And I'm sorry, the question was with whom you uh, want to step out of your comfort zone with myself. So, giving speech is not something I look forward to, but I do try my best, frequently think about it. But frequently, I find myself questioning why should I give a speech? I see people who are leaders who speak looking at their notes. And I'm certainly not giving speeches right now at my workplace, which is a major factor. And stepping out of that comfort zone is not really easy for me right now. So, yeah, stepping out with someone would be me. Thank you, Rishikesh. Over to you.
Thank you. Now, my next topic is to Vivek, and I want him to convince his wife to step out for a movie show.
Sounds good. The types of movies my wife likes are a lot of Marathi and Hindi slapstick type movies. So I think in order to convince my wife to step out for a movie, I'll ask her about watching Morushi Maushi or a TV a TV so I'm trying to remember the specific one, but like a Marathi serial or a Marathi play is something that I would be asking her about to go and watch. How would I convince her? How do I convince her to step out? It's interesting you say that because most of the times we step out together, we step out to go for a hike. So it's a lot easier for me to convince her to step out for a hike. The way I do that is I convince my son, let's go for a hike. And then I say, hey, we're going for a family hike. And suddenly I've convinced my wife to go for a hike. But now the question is, could I do the same thing for a movie? Now, the unfortunate part is the types of movies that my son likes are not the types of movies that my wife likes. So now if I convince my wife to step out for a movie, I won't be able to convince my son to step out for the same movie. So we're stuck. So in that case, I will say the place we step out is, I think I would avoid the movie because otherwise we'll have a situation where both my son and wife can't go together and we'll step out for a hike. Back
Thank
to
you.
Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you, Vivek. Our next question is going to Lina. Now, Lina is going to convince her husband to go for shopping. How you will convince your husband?
Thank you, Rishikesh, for the most difficult question. The question is not difficult, but the answer is really difficult because I have tried everything and I came to the conclusion that it's better if my husband do not come with me for the shopping. In that way, I can have peace of mind. I have a lot of time and I can bargain because my husband doesn't like bargaining. And I do not get satisfaction of shopping if I do not bargain. The beauty of shopping is to have heated bargaining discussion with the shopkeeper when he is not ready to give me the cloth or anything which I want to buy in the price which I want. And when I argue with him and get the thing in my price, it's a sense of achievement and that's a stress reliever. So that's why we women go to shopping. It's a stress buster thing for us. So when my husband is there, he is not patient. Just get the thing and come out of it. Why you are looking for so different colors? Why are you looking for these different prices and this and that and da, 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 da. I don't want that. I'm there to release my tension. I'm not going to there and buy something. I do not need those things. I need to release my tension. So yeah, that's the main difference between I'm not sure about all men, but for my husband it's like if you need it, just buy it, whatever price it is, get it. He never likes to go for Thanksgiving shopping. He said whenever you need something you can buy it, whatever the price is, don't think about it if you need it. But if you don't need it, why are you going to waste your time and money in that Thanksgiving shopping and everything? So that's my conclusion, that I will go with my girlfriends and that way I will enjoy shopping and bargaining and have some chill time. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you. I asked Diana regarding her experience when she step out. So she answered in chat, tenacity why enjoy up this Toastmasters club. Tenacity step out, this registered tenacity involve my life. Tenacity with disability struggle part in my life speech as better tenacity stronger than inside in my field tenacity. Thank you, Diana, for sharing your view on the topic. With this, I conclude the table topic session and hand over control back to Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you. Mr. Table Topics Master, for your thought-provoking questions. I am sure now everybody know how to step out. You did have some answers with some humor in there, and I'm sure we got the gist of what you wanted to ask. And that will encourage us to maybe step out of our comfort zone when we have to. We will now move on for the evaluations. I will now call on the general evaluator to do so. General Evaluator Toastmaster Lina.
Yes. Thank you, Madam Toastmaster Federica. So we have 3 speakers today, and our first speaker's evaluator is Carol. Carol, can you please give evaluation for Vishal's speech?
Yes, thank you, Madam General Evaluator. Dear Vishal, I really love your icebreaker speech. So sincere and true that you shared from your experience and you in United States. Why now? It's a good title and resonated your tenacity and questions in your life's journey. I listened with great empathy to you and all those who seek a brighter horizon in a foreign country. I can see tenacity and adaptivity in your speech. You spoke with clear clarity, no cliche, no fillers, and with audience interest, constructed contents with everywhere in your speech. Although you said you were unsure why you are here with Toastmasters, now you have done it. Well done, Vishal. Why now? You have done it. As an icebreaker speech, you did exceptionally well. You are awesome. Anyway, just a bit for your improvements. For the next speech, work on your vocal variety and body language. Examples. Show uneasiness and disappointment when you for audience attention, look into the camera. This is a technique that you will be like looking into the eyes of the audience as you spoke. Next, at the conclusion, which tells your changes in life. Tonight's Why Now, which is about not a bad idea joining Toastmasters. Show some happiness and enthusiasm in your expressions. Using some of your hand gestures will make your speech more interesting and compelling. Make slight changes in every project as you step out in your Toastmasters journey. This is Step Out in tonight's theme. Follow your heart. With that, I wish you a pleasant and fun journey in Toastmaster. Work with tenacity and phrase to guide you. No pain, no gain. Thank you, and back to you, General Evaluator.
Okay. Thank you very much, Carol. I agree with you totally. Thank you for this great evaluation. Our next evaluator is Rishikesh. Rishikesh, can you please give evaluation for Prathamesh speech?
Thank you, Madam. Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. Pramathesh, what a wonderful speech just we witnessed from yours. You started your speech when you suggested to us how you came to know about Intercontinental Advanced Toastmasters Club by looking into the Facebook site, and how you just joined the meeting and you realize what a wonderful workshop you are witnessing in the club. You understood, you shared the point that you realize the need to become a speaker, you need to join this Toastmasters club. And also how you come to know about various members in this club, and you understand what are the different kinds of roles that are played in this Toastmasters club. You realize that it's a need for you to improve your communication skills and public speaking skills. You need to join this club. Then through this journey you realize that there are some points where you need to introspect and need to improve upon, and how Abhijit was the guardian for you in this journey. There were couple of good points in your speech. First of all, you are right now sitting, but you delivered your speech by standing. It's a good practice to deliver a social message, giving a speech in standing position. Then I like the way you are moving your hands. The message or the tenacity which you were describing or delivering your speech was very good. I was very much happy that instead of all those problems, you are delivering and continuing delivering your speech throughout your journey. Now, as every speech have some points to improve as well, I would like I like you to bring more energy in your speech. Whenever you are delivering your speech, try to increase your energy. Try to increase the volume of your speech. It will help you to become confident. Also, I request you to be confident. Every one of us are learning and we are at different phase. But keep continuing delivering speeches. Be more energetic, be more confident, and you will enjoy and you will become a better speaker as the time progress. So to conclude, I would like to say you had a good standing position, you had a tenacity to complete your speech, you are learning, you show the enthusiasm to learning. Just be confident and show more energy. Back to you, Madam General Evaluator.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Rishikesh. Our next evaluator is Abhijit. Abhijit, can you please give evaluation for Lindy's speech?
Thank you, Lena. This is not the way you say it. My friend Aneri kept reminding me of that when she heard my voicemail. She wanted me to pronounce as I would pronounce in my mother tongue. There are so many good things about your speech, Lindy. Here are a few things you did very effectively. The first thing, when you started speaking, I realized you created the curiosity in me immediately is how did you get the name Lindy? So that was one of the things that kept me hooked in your speech. The second thing I really loved was I loved to learn about your life. You had a totally different name. That was something very revealing and something very connecting for me. The second thing which I really like was the third thing which I really like was the humor. You repeated that dog turd on a picnic table so many times, and whenever you would do that, it brought a chuckle or a smile on my face. There's few things I feel you can do to make your speech more effective. The first thing is I feel you can start your speech immediately with a question, like saying, do you know that my real name is not Lindy McLean? Because that first sentence will grab the audience immediately. The second thing I felt was your message can be more stronger. If you say, if you don't like something about yourself, change it. So something like that to make your message stronger for the audience. And the third thing, if you can have some visual of a dog turd on a picnic table, whenever you say that, if you show that, that will make people more laugh more. The best thing about your speech, I felt the style of delivery was very conversational and connecting, something which is I'm seeing for the first time. So keep on doing that. I really loved it. To recap, to make your speech more effective, if you can start with a question that will arouse the curiosity immediately of the audience. The second thing, have a stronger message. And the third thing, having a visual for a dog turd on the picnic table will make people more chuckle. Things you did very effectively was the humor, sharing about your life, and arousing curiosity. How did you get the name Lindy? And the best thing was your delivery, the conversational and the connecting style of delivery. Back to you, Lina.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Abhijit. On that note, let's move to our functionary roles. I would like to ask a timer to give his timer report. Vikas?
Yeah, just a minute, please.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see the report or.
Yes, we can see it.
Okay. So this is the timing of the speakers and evaluators. So on the B column, I added the Vishal took 7 minutes in his speaking. Carol, while evaluating, she took 3 minutes 20 seconds. And Prathamesh speaks around 4 minutes. And for evaluating, Rishikesh took 2 minutes 45 minutes, 2 minutes 45 seconds. And Lindy speak for the 7 minutes 27 seconds. And Abhijit evaluated at 2 minutes 40 seconds. About the table topic, the Lina speak around 2 minutes 20 seconds. Namita for 1 minute 37 seconds. And Yvonne 2 minutes 18 seconds. And Hassan 1 minute 24 seconds. And Vivek 1 minute 38 seconds.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Our next is our counter. Mukul, can you please share your report?
Yeah, hi. I had to step in today to take this role. So sorry for I had not made any Excel sheets or anything. So I just grabbed a piece of paper and a pen, started writing in. So speaker 1, Vishal, had 4 R's. Speaker 2, Prathamesh, had 1 R, 1 used in between. Lindy, I could not see anything. Evaluator 1, Carol, I could not see anything. Evaluator 2, Rishikesh, I had noted 2 repeated words, social and like you, 2 times he has done that. A filler word, and used once. Abhijit, nothing was there. Hassan, I could not see anything. Yvonne, 2 times, 1 repeat word, so. So Namita had and a repeat words twice, and a filler word, but she used. Vivek, there was a used 4 times, repeat words, and all were used twice. Lina and 3 words were used as filler words. Rest, there is nothing.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much, Mukul. Our grammarian, Evis, can you please share your grammarian report?
Yes, thank you, Madam GE. For the word of the day, we had several Toastmasters using the word tenacity. Abhijit, I think, in the beginning. Rishikesh used it. Vishal used it in his icebreaker speech. Carol used it 3 times in her evaluation. And I loved how she said at the end that the phrase she used, pleasant and fun, that this journey should be pleasant and fun. I like that. Lena, used the word ting instead of thing when she gave her response. Lindy, I like that same comment what Babaji said, a dog turd on a picnic table. I like that. If I miss anyone in the word of the day, my apologies. And I thank you for giving me this opportunity to be grammarian tonight. Back to you, Madam GE.
Thank you, Avis. So now it comes to general evaluation. I would like to share my observation about today's meeting. So today's tenacity of our meeting was really good, and mainly because of we had 3 speakers, 3 evaluators, great table topics, and overall great attendance. So I really enjoyed Vishal's icebreaker speech. Vishal, it doesn't seem like this is your first speech because you were fluent. No filler words, you were smooth, you were comfortable with your talk, and emotions definitely, which Carol has mentioned. I really like Carol's evaluation as well. She explained what area you should focus on, and that is new learning, not new learning, but that things we all should keep in mind. So it is learning for me as well. Thank you for sharing your evaluation, Carol. About our next speaker, Prathamesh, I resonate with you. Yes, Abhijit is a great leader, and we are so fortunate to have his leadership in District 101. He inspired us all in many ways. So, thank you for delivering this speech. It was a great speech. Initially, I feel I didn't get your voice correctly. Maybe there is some internet issue or something, network issue. But yeah, but later on, I could hear you properly. Our and about your evaluator, Rishikesh, your evaluation was good, but I felt like initially you summarized Prathamesh's speech. So in evaluation, we have limited time, and I feel like we do not have to summarize what speaker has already spoken. So you can just jump onto your evaluation and give him positive and improvements and challenges, etc. Our third speaker was Lindy. Oh my God. Lindy, you always mesmerize me with your speech, with your body gesture, your facial expression. I always look up to you and I want to be like you one day in terms of speaking. So thank you for delivering your speech. I will learn a lot from you. And definitely with great speaker, here comes great evaluator with Chris and to the point evaluation by Abhijit. Thank you very much for your evaluation as well. I would like to thank our table topic master, Rishikesh. It was entertaining. The table topics were entertaining and all participants were good. I enjoyed their answers as well. So overall, I truly enjoyed tenancy of our club here, today's meeting as well. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity being general evaluator. Over to Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator, and your team for a job well done. Thanks for enhancing the quality of our meeting. And we are now coming to the close of our meeting. I noticed that we have one guest. Is she still there? Yvonne. Yvonne, you are there.
Yeah, sure.
Although Yvonne is not a guest, Yvonne is a common guest now. So we are accustomed to Yvonne. But Yvonne, let us know how you found the meeting this evening.
Thank you. What I learned, from the all speaker, they are so fantastic. Yeah, especially their thought, their feeling, and very expressive. Their feeling, yeah, it's what I learned. And the other, I learned some very extraordinary the perception and the perspective from the evaluator. Yeah, it's so great. So I'm learning. I'm still learning. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thanks, guest Yvonne. We will now move on to our guest Hassan. Let us know how you found our meeting.
Thank you, everyone. I just scrolling my Facebook and saw your advertisement over there. And before that, we conclude our today's session. I am belongs to Mastermind Toastmasters Club based in Dhaka, Bangladesh. We are under District 124. And we meet every Saturdays, Bangladesh time 6:45 a.m. So I am very glad to meet to all of you, District 1. So hopefully I will join your next meeting, inshallah. Thank you.
Thank you to our guest Hassan. We meet here every, well, for me, I will say Friday evening at 10:30. Every Friday, we are right here and would like to have you back again. So thanks for coming. Since we do not have any other business, I will turn over to the president, see if he has anything to say before we call that meeting to a close.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. Yes, Diana, you can put your comments in chat as well. Anything you want to suggest here?
I guess
Thank you, Diana, for Thank you, Diana. We are happy to have you always in our meeting. With this, I would like to
I think one other thing, Diana also used the word of the day several times in her speech, and I think it's worth mentioning that. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Vivek.
Thank you, Vivek. Yes. With this, I would like to officially adjourn our meeting, and we are open for normal chit chat.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you.
We have three speakers
well
for
done.
next week. We have three speakers for next week: Vivek, Mukul, and
Recording is
Vikas.
still on. Can you switch off the recording?